Nick Reiner, the 32-year-old son of filmmaker Rob Reiner and photographer Michelle Singer Reiner, spoke publicly for the first time during a court appearance in Los Angeles on Wednesday, December 17. Nick appeared in Los Angeles Superior Court wearing shackles and a blue suicide prevention smock. He was seated behind protective glass and remained quiet for most of the hearing. His attorney, Alan Jackson, chose not to enter a plea on his behalf during the session. When the judge asked Nick if he agreed to waive his right to a speedy arraignment, Nick answered calmly, saying, "Yes, Your Honor." The court later scheduled his arraignment for January 7, 2026. After the hearing, Nick's attorney spoke to reporters and said the case involves extremely serious and complex issues. He stated that these matters must be examined carefully and thoroughly before moving forward. Prosecutors have charged Nick Reiner with 2 counts of first-degree murder in connection with the deaths of his parents. The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office said it plans to seek enhanced sentencing due to the allegation that more than one murder was committed. Prosecutors have also alleged that a dangerous weapon, believed to be a knife, was used in the killings. If Nick is convicted, he could face life in prison without the possibility of parole. Prosecutors have also stated that the death penalty remains a possible outcome. Nick is currently being held in custody without bail. Emergency responders from the Los Angeles Fire Department discovered the bodies of Rob Reiner, who was 78 years old, and Michelle Singer Reiner, who was 70 years old, inside their home in the Brentwood neighborhood of Los Angeles. They were found shortly after 3:30 in the afternoon on Sunday, December 14, after emergency services were called to provide medical assistance. Authorities said the couple was likely killed earlier that morning. Approximately 6 hours after the bodies were discovered, police arrested Nick Reiner near the campus of the University of Southern California. Sources told People magazine that there had been a serious argument between Nick and his father the night before the killings. The confrontation reportedly occurred at a Christmas party hosted by television host Conan O'Brien. Witnesses at the party said Nick appeared distressed and behaved erratically, making several guests uncomfortable. Investigators have not yet confirmed a motive for the alleged crime, and the case remains under active investigation. Nick Reiner has previously spoken openly about his long struggle with drug addiction and periods of homelessness, which began during his teenage years. A source close to the family told People that Rob and Michelle spent years trying to help their son in every way possible, including giving him space at times and staying closely involved at others. The source described the situation as every parent's worst nightmare. Rob Reiner and Michelle Singer Reiner were married in 1989 and shared 3 children, Nick, Jake, and Romy. Following the deaths, Jake and Romy released a public statement expressing deep grief and asking for privacy. In their statement, they thanked family, friends, and members of the public for their support and condolences. They asked that speculation surrounding the case be handled with compassion and humanity. They also requested that their parents be remembered for the meaningful lives they lived and the love they gave to others. The case continues to move through the legal system as authorities work to determine the full circumstances surrounding the deaths.